Have you ever wondered if there's more to life than daily routines? That's the question P.D. Uspensky, a Russian philosopher, set out to answer. He traveled the world searching for hidden knowledge, and his journey led him to write In Search of the Miraculous. This book isn't just a story, it's a map to a mysterious teaching called The Fourth Way. It chronicles Uspensky's time with the enigmatic teacher, G.I. Gurdjieff, who claimed that most people live their lives asleep, unaware of their true potential. Gurdjieff's radical idea were like machines, reacting automatically, missing the miracle of conscious life. The book invites us to question our reality and look at ourselves in a new, sometimes uncomfortable light. Uspensky presents these teachings as a science of self-study, a system to test in the laboratory of your own life. The real miracle, according to the book, isn't about supernatural feats, but the transformation of a human being. It's about waking up to your own consciousness, moving from being a puppet to becoming a conscious creator of your life. In Search of the Miraculous is a chronicle of that search. It's an invitation to join Uspensky on his quest, to explore the hidden territories of the mind. The book continues to fascinate because it speaks to our deep need for meaning and purpose. Perhaps through this journey, you'll find a miracle of your own. The story begins in 1915, as Russia teeters on the edge of revolution. P.D. Uspensky, a respected journalist and seeker, had traveled far and wide searching for a practical path to higher consciousness. Disappointed by empty philosophies, he returned to Moscow, only to hear rumors of a mysterious group discussing profound ideas. Skeptical but curious, Uspensky attended a lecture and met G.I. Gurdjieff, a powerful, enigmatic teacher from the Caucasus. Gurdjieff's ideas struck Uspensky like lightning. Humanity is asleep, governed by hidden laws, but capable of conscious evolution. This was no ordinary philosophy, it was a living teaching, a practical school for inner development. Uspensky became Gurdjieff's student, joining a small group dedicated to learning and practicing these ideas. Through war and revolution, Uspensky meticulously recorded everything he learned. In Search of the Miraculous is the result, a clear, systematic account of Gurdjieff's teachings. The book is Uspensky's gift to the world, a guide for those seeking real transformation. It's the story of a seeker who finally found his school. Gurdjieff's presence and authority were undeniable, and his teachings offered the answers Uspensky had long sought. The journey that began in chaos became a path to inner order. Uspensky's search was no longer a failure, it was the beginning of a new life. And for readers, it's an invitation to begin their own search. Gurdjieff's most shocking idea, man is a machine. We like to think we're conscious, making our own choices. But Gurdjieff taught that's an illusion. Most of us live in a state of waking sleep, reacting automatically to the world around us. Our thoughts, moods, and actions are mechanical, pushed and pulled by external events. We're on autopilot, lost in daydreams and habits, rarely present in the moment. Gurdjieff called this the first state of consciousness, sleep. What we call being awake is just a slightly higher form of sleep. True consciousness is a third state, one we must work to achieve. To begin real inner work, we must first see our own mechanicalness without judgment. This realization is the first and hardest step, seeing that we're in a prison of habits. But the prison has a key. Gurdjieff taught that while we're born as machines, we can become conscious beings. This transformation requires effort, self-study, and a willingness to observe ourselves honestly. The first task, study the machine. Notice your patterns, your automatic reactions. Only by understanding our sleep can we hope to awaken. The journey to consciousness begins with seeing ourselves as we truly are. Gurdjieff taught that we don't have a single permanent I. Instead, we're a crowd of temporary I's, each with its own desires and beliefs. One moment, a studious eye wants to read, the next, a hungry eye wants a snack. These eyes constantly replace each other, often contradicting and forgetting one another. This explains our inconsistency and weak willpower. There's no single master in charge. Each eye believes it's the real you, but none are permanent. The eye that makes a promise isn't the same eye that has to keep it. The work of the fourth way is to create a real permanent eye, a true master for the house. The first step is self-observation. Notice the different eyes as they appear and disappear. At first, this can be unsettling, like discovering strangers living in your home. But seeing this inner crowd is essential. By observing, we begin to separate from these eyes and create a small space of awareness. This observing part is the seed of our future, real I. Through practice, we can unify ourselves and develop true will. The journey to a permanent I starts with seeing the crowd within. Gurdjieff described the human machine as having three main centers: thinking, feeling, and moving. The thinking center in the head handles logic and ideas. The feeling center in the chest processes emotions: joy, sadness, love, anger. The moving instinctive center in the body manages movement, habits, and automatic functions. In a balanced person, these centers work together in harmony, but usually one center dominates or interferes with the others. Some people are stuck in their heads, others ruled by emotions or trapped in habits. The goal of the fourth way is to harmonize all three centers, so they function as a coordinated team. Each center has its own strengths, but only together can they create a conscious human being. By observing which center is active, we can begin to restore balance. This inner harmony is essential for real transformation. The fourth way is about developing all parts of ourselves, not just one. Gurdjieff's teaching isn't just about psychology, it's a map of the universe. He taught that everything is governed by two fundamental laws, the law of three and the law of seven. The law of three. Every event is the result of three forces: active, passive, and reconciling. The law of seven. All processes develop unevenly, like the musical scale, with points where energy fades unless a new impulse is added. These laws explain why our efforts often stall and why real change is difficult. Gurdjieff illustrated this with the ray of creation, a diagram showing how the universe flows from the absolute down to Earth and the Moon. Humanity's role is to process energies needed by the Earth and Moon. In our sleeping state, we do this mechanically. By waking up, we can fulfill our cosmic purpose consciously. Understanding these laws helps us see our place in the bigger picture. The fourth way connects personal transformation to the cosmos itself. Gurdjieff described three traditional paths: the fakir, mastering the body; the monk, mastering emotions; and the yogi, mastering the mind. Each path develops one center, but neglects the others. All require leaving ordinary life behind. Gurdjieff's fourth way is different. It's a path for modern people practiced in daily life. The fourth way works on all three centers, thinking, feeling, and moving simultaneously. It's about balance, not extremes. Instead of retreating from the world, students use everyday situations as material for inner work. The fourth way is sometimes called the way of the sly man, using life itself as the training ground. It's practical, adaptable, and designed for those who can't abandon their responsibilities. The goal to harmonize all parts of ourselves while living in the world. This path is for anyone seeking real change without leaving life behind. The fourth way is a path for our time. How do we wake up? The central practice of the fourth way is self-remembering. It means being aware of yourself and what you're doing at the same time. It's not just thinking about yourself, but feeling I am here while acting. Start with self-observation. Watch your thoughts, emotions, and actions as if you were another person. Notice your reactions without judgment. This creates a small separation from the machine. Self-remembering adds the sense of presence. You're both the observer and the observed. For example, while walking, feel your body, see your surroundings, and sense your own existence. This state is fragile and hard to maintain, but with practice, it grows. These moments are when we're truly awake, not just reacting, but present. In these moments, we accumulate the energy needed for transformation. Self-remembering is the doorway to building a real permanent I. Through this practice, the miracle of self-transformation begins. The journey starts with a single moment of presence. In Search of the Miraculous is more than a book. It's a landmark in spiritual literature. Published after Ouspensky's death, it made Gurdjieff's complex teachings accessible to the West. The book's practical, scientific approach appeals to seekers skeptical of dogma but hungry for meaning. Its ideas, man as a machine, multiple eyes, the need for self-remembering, invite readers to test them in their own lives. The book has inspired countless individuals and groups dedicated to self-development. Yet, the legacy is complex. Ouspensky and Gurdjieff eventually parted ways, and the teaching has many interpretations. Some criticize its demanding nature or see it as pessimistic, but its transformative power endures. In Search of the Miraculous is a call to adventure, a challenge to look honestly at ourselves and begin the work of waking up. It doesn't offer easy answers, but it offers a real path. If you sense there's more to life, this book may be your invitation. The journey inward, is the greatest adventure of all. The search for the miraculous begins with a single step. Will you take it?